I'm Laura Baker, a Deputy Chief for the Tucson Fire Department, and also serve on the board for the Red Cross. Each and every day, I work with fine men and women who help keep our community safe. Firefighters, law enforcement, and those who serve our country, and of course, the Red Cross. I also see civilians, people in their everyday lives, perform unflinching acts of heroism. Often those acts are made possible because of life-saving training such as CPR and fire safety. Today we will share with you some of those stories from right here in southern Arizona.
Over the radio, a call came through. There was a gentleman laying on the floor and there was no response. I noticed that probably when he fell, his dentures kind of got loose and were inside his mouth, in between his throat area. So I, quickly released that out. I started performing CPR. Shortly after that, the paramedics got there. I can't stress enough how important it is to know and have that knowledge of CPR. Everybody has kids, everybody has family, and you never know when you're going to be able to use it. And it's very rewarding to be able to save a life, and I'm sure it'll be more rewarding to do so with a family member.
My mom and my dad were going to sleep and I was in my room, and then my mom came in, really frantic, telling me to come over, something was wrong with my dad. And I tried to check for a pulse, whatever I could, and I couldn't find one. And I told my mom we needed to call 911. They asked if I knew CPR, and I did, so I gave the phone to my mom real quick and I started doing CPR right there. I'm glad I had that training. I never thought I would actually have to use it on my family members. When we made it to the ER, the main doctor kept on saying, "You saved his life." And my dad's doing much better. He's back to his normal self. I would definitely recommend getting training. It's definitely something that's needed. You never know when you actually have to use it.
The babysitter's mom brought over some candles and I fell asleep for a little bit and I woke up to the fire alarm. I went to the babysitter and woke everybody up so we can get out of the house safely.
I don't know what would have happened if the Red Cross didn't show up the night of the fire. They showed up in about an hour after the fire. They set up a hotel for us and gave us some money so we can go get some clothes.
Yeah, we got new clothes.
The Red Cross also called me, every day to make sure I had everything I needed, and, just let me know that they were there if I needed anything. They're amazing. The Red Cross is amazing, very helpful.
When I grow up, I want to be a firefighter.
When the war started, I lost contact with my guardian father and all families, friends I had. In 2000, I came to United States.
Well, Fidel came to the office in June 2010. Having listened to all the wars that he had been through, I held out very little hope that we were going to actually be able to find his father. Amazingly, 6 months later, I received a phone call and I looked at the caller ID and it was a satellite phone call. I heard a gentleman on the other end of the line saying, "Fidel, my son, my son."
The Red Cross helped me to make a phone call there and I spoke to him again.
He was actually calling from a phone that was loaned to him by a United Nations peacekeeper because he was still in hiding. All the moments in my life I felt led up to this moment where I could help this gentleman find his loved one.
I'm happy because my mind now, I know I have a family that is alive. So I encourage everybody to, since today, to know that Red Cross is not only medication, water and food. It's also about uniting family that are terribly separated.
I'd like to thank all of the heroes of southern Arizona, the brave men and women in uniform, the unexpected heroes who step up and save a life, and all of the volunteers and staff at the Red Cross who help keep our community safe. Thank you for everything that you do.